Unit 2, Part 3, we've been distinguishing simple from compound sentences. A simple sentence is defined as a sentence which is not compound. A compound sentence is a sentence which logically contains another sentence as a component. We've been looking through these examples these examples of sentences containing other sentences as components. And in the last one, Dan and Uchenna are married, where I am asserting the relationship between her and I, right, that we are married to each other. This one we found, this is a sentence which does not logically contain another sentence as a component, which means it's not compound, which means it is simple. This sentence will be treated as simple sentence in sentential logic. Okay? Why does it fail the test, right? Why is it that this doesn't logically contain other sentences as component? Well, because to logically contain another sentence as a component, it would have to be paraphrased as, right, this sentence would have to be equivalent to its attempted paraphrase, which would be Dan is married and Uchenna is married. But that sentence, right, is one which can be true in the world when we are both married to different people, right? In that world, Dan is married and Uchenna is married. In that world, Dan is married and Uchenna is married is true, but this original sentence is false, right? So since you have a world where the one sentence is true and the second sentence is false, the second sentence is not a paraphrase of the first, right? If there's a world where one is true, the other is false, then one sentence is not logically equivalent to the other, is not a paraphrase of the other. Right? So it doesn't logically contain, it can't be paraphrased, it doesn't logically contain another sentence as a component, it's not compound, therefore it is a simple sentence, as per the analysis given in sentential logic. Okay, for the first quiz, so we've got an idea of compound sentences. So now we'll move on to talk about sentential operators. A sentential operator is very tied up with what we've been talking about. Sentential operator is defined as an expression, usually a word or a small phrase like if and only if, or just a word like and, or Dan believes that, right? Those are all expressions. A sentential operator is an expression containing blanks where if you replace the blanks with sentences, with declarative sentences, you get another sentence. Right? So it's the sentential operators, which, as I've said, are the form or structure of the sentence, of the compound sentences, right? In our talk of sentential forms, which is what we're on about. For the purposes of the first quiz, I want you to understand the idea of compound sentences generally, and thus also the idea of sentential operator generally. Right, so you will be presented in the first quiz with sentences like Dan believes that Eden has a loose tooth, right? And the answer to is this a compound sentence will be yes, it is. List the component sentences, and you will have to list the component sentence. Eden has a loose tooth. Eden wants to tell you something.
I just got the loose tooth today.
Fascinating. Pay attention, that also will be on the quiz. Not really. Okay, so for the purpose of the first quiz, you must understand that Dan believes that Eden has a loose tooth. This is a compound sentence. If you're asked what is the sentential operator of this sentence, it's Dan believes that blank. That is a sentential operator. It is a compound sentence. But after we get past the first quiz, and for the rest of the course, for a certain reason, we will be only dealing with a small set of sentential operators. Only the small set of sentential operators, and these are they, right, will receive symbols, and all other compound sentences, like this one, right, which are made up of different sentential operators, not and, so not and, blank, blank, or blank. These are the 5 sentential operators. if blank, then blank, not blank, blank, if and only if blank. Whatever you see, IFF, it's if and only if. Those sentential operators, that structure, we will be representing and capturing and symbolizing. All other structure we will be ignoring, right? Right. So we will, after quiz 1, be treating Dan believes that Eden has a loose tooth as a simple sentence, right? So for quiz 1, is this compound? Yes, it is, right? What's the component sentence? Eden has a loose tooth. Tooth. What's the sentential operator that goes into it? It's Dan believes that blank. That's the sentential operator. Remember, a sentential operator is an expression containing blanks. So if you're asked to state the sentential operator, you need to put a blank, 1 or 2, possibly 3 blanks somewhere, right? Blank is between blank and blank. That's a 3-place sentential operator. The ones we'll be concerned with are mostly 1 or 2 place. These are all 2 place except for not, which is 1 place. Okay. Why do we only deal with these sentential operators, with sentences that are structured with these sentential operators? And why do we ignore all the other complexity? For a very special reason we'll be talking about for the next few weeks, or few lectures, sorry. These sentential operators are truth functional, whereas these ones are not. Okay, this is a crucial lesson of Unit 3. And in your exam, I promise you, your first exam, you'll be asked to prove of a sentential operator that it is not truth functional. Okay? And I will show you how to do that for the lectures here for units 2 and 3. Right. I'm being mobbed, so I will pause this one.
Can you help me? Something? Help me.